Hello everyone and welcome back to Grand Theft Auto 5 once again for another aircraft mod showcase. This time Skyline GTR Freaks A310. I've always enjoyed the A310. It's such a neat airplane. It's the baby of the A300s or of that kind of style, and it has a yoke, believe it or not. It's one of the older Airbuses in the system, and FedEx operated them for a while. I'm not sure if they do anymore. I'm a little out of the loop on what airplanes are still flying with what cargo companies since I left the industry. But either way, it's really cool to have this airplane in Grand Theft Auto 5, and we're going to fly it and check it out, see what it's all about. I've been trying to get Procopio Airport to work so we can fly up to Paleto Bay. That didn't happen. Don't mind Franklin over there. He's going to be our marshaller today. I could not get it to work. With the new version of GTA, it just keeps causing issues and exploding and falling into the ocean. I don't know what that's all about. Anywho, happy Friday. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. I know this video is going to be out a little late on Friday. It may even be technically Saturday when it goes out. Yeah, not a big deal. We're going to go flying. We're going to have some fun. You know, the usual stuff. And this guy looks very serious doing the walk around. I love the little details. I love the doors there. The cargo doors. You can't open all the doors. They can't be opened except for the cargo door. You would think that with an A310, you would have the cargo door, but it looks like the freighter was just a reskin of the other ones. I'll show you the other liveries too here in a minute. Let's go ahead and hop up into the airplane and check it out. Firing those engines up. Let's go ahead and close all the doors as well. That's going to be close all vehicle doors. Right here in the back. There they go. I like that one takes a little longer to close. That's really cool. You know what? Let me show you the liveries that you get with this airplane. I got a livery menu. We have good old FedEx here. You've got Deutschland. Pretty neat one. You've got Pan Am. What a classic. Air Transit. Delta, back in the old livery. Then you've got Lufthansa. And that is pretty much that. But we're going to be FedEx today. And that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and push out. Now, I know that Skyline GTR Freak released some airport vehicles, and I plan on doing that in a future showcase. That's going to be pretty neat. Where we get to push out our own vehicles. Our own airplanes, I mean. Good Lord, I play too much cop stuff, right? Calling everything vehicles. Remain calm and step out of the vehicle. All right, that's going to be good right there. Let's check out the landing lights on this thing. We've got them. Yes, we do. They look good, too. We've got left. Ooh, look at these flaperons. Right. You see how long that takes. That was full deflections there as well. Got back. And then we've got forward. That looks pretty good right there. Rudder. Right. And left. It's very mushy feeling, which is not bad. Let's check out the interior here. Like I said, it's an older Airbus. They had yokes back then, and the yoke moves pretty well. We've got an attitude indicator that works, and an altimeter that I can see so far. Everything else is just dummy switches and stuff, you know how that goes. Actually, this kind of reminds me of the CLS A310. I think they made an A310 a long time ago for FSX. That might be what this one is. I don't know. Let's go ahead and taxi on out of here. He's saying we're clear, so we're going to go ahead and make our right-hand turn here. And we're going to taxi over to 30 right. We're going to take off on 30 right today. How about that? Just going to have to taxi down the runway here for just a little bit. Making sure there's nobody there. That airplane already landed, so that's a good thing. That air hurler over there. Yep, we're clear for now. And we're going to take the taxiway at the end of 30 left. Well, we'll make a left here. And we'll take that over to 30 right. Yeah, it's got a nice feeling handling to it. I do like it. This is a nice airplane to have as a freighter. If you have a 5N community or something along those lines. We're going to go up here and hold short on Alpha. And we are going to be clear for takeoff on 30 right. let's go flying and see how this thing handles, and I'll give you my feedback on it. One thing with the FedEx livery is one thing I can tell you something that you can never unsee, and that is in the livery itself. The logo, you see where it says FedEx on the X, the E and X. That's actually an arrow between the E and X there. They did it on purpose a long time ago. All right, let's go flying. I'm not going to do the inside view for the takeoff. We're just going to go full power and see how this thing rock and rolls. We're up to speed pretty quickly here. There we go, feeling nice. And airplane seems like it wants to go flying here, so let's see if we can pull back and do that. There it is right there. There's our rotation. Nice and smooth, and look at that. Man, that feels really good. Gear up. We're positive rate. Climbing out of Los Santos. Yeah, that felt really good. Really heavy on the controls. Felt like I was rotating a big airplane rather than, you know, something small. I love the roll rate on these things. This is it feels great. Skyline's been doing some awesome work with the handling lines on these things. All right, we'll go to the inside view here, and we're gonna make a right-hand turn. We're gonna do a different departure this time. We're actually gonna go directly over Sandy Shores and all that on our climb out today. We usually go different ways, and I just want to spice it up, change it up, you know. Beautiful look at Vespucci down there and Del Piero up here. Roll off right here, continue our climb this way. And what we're gonna do is make a pretty big S in the sky. We're gonna go over Great Chaparral and all that. Business jets, make sure we don't get killed by those in the process. Another turn to the right. There we go. That looks gorgeous. Very nice indeed. And I'm full power right now, if you're wondering. So that's going to give you in GTA about 126, it looks like. Well, about 130. That isn't too bad. Once we're over this, we're going to go ahead and roll off level. I want to show you the deflection here. So as I roll off to the left here, it's got a nice deflection to it. Like, it's pretty responsive, as you can see right there. Same thing with the elevator. Rudder is very responsive as well, but at slower speeds it feels like the controls are a lot mushier, and that's really cool. I'm glad to see that added into it, the handling line for this airplane. Nice shot there to transition. Climbing pretty good here, trying to get to our cruising altitude. And what we're going to do is we're going to go around the top of the map, and then we'll do the visual approach to the runway that runs to the east into Sandy Shores and see if we can get this thing into Sandy Shores. I'm pretty sure we can. I mean, we're not going to try to do anything like, you know, grapeseed or anything like something stupid like that. We know the airplane's going to be capable of... I think it's going to be capable of Sandy Shores, but we're going to find out. Get some airplanes around here watching out for that. Is that what the hell is that thing down there? Oh, it's a jet. Okay. It looked like a bird going to the right, but now I see the definition of it now. So that makes sense. All right, we're getting closer to our ceiling ever so slightly. Get to our cruising altitude. And you can see a fun thing on the left-hand side for those of you that are new to flying in GTA. On the mini-map, you've got these black lines, and that indicates your altitude. The one that goes far left and far right with the little V in the middle, that is your attitude. So it shows you, you know, how the airplane is to the horizon. And you can use that pretty much as a good guidance for when you're in bad weather. And you can, you know, press down on the D-pad, and you can see way out in the distance where the runway is going to be located, and you can kind of go off of that. We're way up here. There's Cape Catfish right down there under the left wing. Oh, it's going to clear up. There we go. We'll make a left turn this way. We're almost at our cruise altitude here, ever so slightly. That looks very nice. And there is Mount Chiliad on our left there, and that's Paleto Bay. A little bit further up, and we're going to be at max cruise. It's a great looking airplane. It really is. That's a cool shot. Oh, we got a wing shot too. So I'm just making that left-hand turn ever so slightly over this way. We are pretty much at our cruise altitude, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull the engine power back, which is basically making everything neutral with the controller. And we're going to plan for our descent. That is the airport right there. To our left. Down below, we're going to be landing on the left-hand runway from the west. So we'll be landing east. Let's go ahead and start the descent. Just pitch that nose over a little bit here. And you can see a really good picture inside here. You see just what your descent rate's looking like and all that. So we're going to go around Chiliad airspace, and we will not Chiliad airspace, but Fort Zancudo. That's what I meant to say. Well, Chiliad airspace is basically don't smash into the air, into the mountain. Man, words are hard today. I don't know why that is. I don't know. I'm like calling airplane, mountain, airspace. My God, look at that 747 back there. Pretty insane. Oh my God, another one. Look at all the air traffic out here. Jeez. Oh my God, he's nose diving it. Okay, we're gonna make a left turn here. We're gonna have some traffic advisories. We're following, looks like a 747 on his arrival. So we're gonna be doing exactly that. Behind the 747, there's another one over us to the right. A lot of air traffic out today. All right, still descending here pretty good. We're gonna be descending below this 747, so he's not even gonna be a factor for us. And this will be a fun arrival in Sandy Shores. As long as we don't get shot down by Zancudo. Got a nice descent rate going on here. Yeah, we don't want to piss them off over there on the left. And we'll be okay. Just go a little further this way and we'll make our left-hand turn. We'll be ready to line up for the runway. There's the turn here. Still descending. We want to get to about the second line on our altitude on the mini-map. That's what we're aiming for here. As we go around Zancudo. And I think they're going to be okay just like this. Got a helicopter down there. Nope, little Cuban 800 on the right there. All right, we'll go gear down. And we're going to slow this puppy down and landing lights on. Yes, they are. And we do the visual using the Zancudo River. We're going to be cutting it real close on airspace here. It's got to be very careful. This way. You see, now we're down on that second line. That's exactly where we want to be on our approach. This looks good. I've got the runway in sight and the airfield. A little to the right, and we'll be golden here. I am going to try. It seems like the airplane is going to be slow enough that I won't have to kill the power completely 100%. So we're just going to slightly squeeze the trigger and see how that goes on this landing here. During the day, your landing lights will keep shutting off on you. Keep that in mind. We got an airplane departing. This doesn't look good. Or is he landing? He's landing, it looks like. Okay, we're going to sidestep for the side runway then. That's for the best there. All right, let's see how this goes. Be close. It is going to be close. Going to start killing the power back a little bit here. Watching the rocks. And we're down. We've got working spoilers that come out when you're in the reversers. That's cool. That's a good roll on that thing. All right, I don't know what the hell this Cuban's doing, but That was interesting. I'm going to make a left-hand turn here. And we're going to take off again. Doesn't look like anybody's coming. Nope. Yeah, I'll make a left here. And we're going to do some landings here from the other direction. We'll just say the winds have shifted and get used to flying this thing a little bit better. Full power. I think we're going to have just enough runway for this. But what I've noticed is when you're rolling down the runway like this, you can start pulling you pull your yoke back, and the airplane will rotate right when you need it to. Just like that. That's pretty sweet. Pretty damn good. There's our turn. And we're going to fly over the Alamo Sea. Trying to do some third person for those of you that enjoy that. I pulled my power back a little bit there. That's a hell of a bank angle. I pulled my power so I won't slam into this mountain on this side. That would be ideal. All right. There's another airplane in front of us. We're going to watch out for that. A lot of air traffic today. This is just insane. And we're in an A310. We're going to be hauling the mail here. We're going to have to be careful. The airplane is pretty short and stout, but I think we're still going to have to have a little bit of a displaced threshold landing on this thing. Keep that in mind. Meaning that we're going to have to land a little longer than the runway. Gear down. And for this visual approach, we just come right over this way. Right over Seaview and Joshua Road, and we're looking for the U-tool. There's the U-tool right there. If we turn west from the U-tool, we'll be lined up right on the runway. Watching our airspeed here. And the power lines in the process here. Lane lights, come on. Keep turning it to the right. Slip that sucker over. There we go. Had to use a little bit of rudder on that one. This is pretty good right here, though. All right, I'm gonna try killing the engines completely on this landing and see if we can get butter. Bring out some Land O'Lakes here. So I'm gonna kill the engines right over the runway here. Bring the nose up, and yes, you can. And it holds the nose off quite nice. You can fly the nose wheel down. This thing is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Full power. I think all we have left to do now is basically we're gonna barely make it off the runway. We're gonna test the crash damage on it, and we're gonna attempt a landing on the highway, of course. Actually, we're gonna attempt a landing on Joshua Road. Even worse. Our chance of survivability here is very, very low. This way. There's Joshua Road. We're gonna say that we've lost both engines right now, and we are gliding it in, and we must land this as soon as possible. Now, in all reality, we would put the airplane down. We would ditch it. Look at that shadow down there. We would ditch the airplane down at in the Alamo Sea. That would be the best way. This is not going to be good, folks. Oh, it's not going to be good at all. Oh, lost the wing. Boom. We made it all that way, and then it finally exploded. Damn, that is a huge explosion, too. That was insane. I think that the carcass of the airplane is still there. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this showcase of the Airbus A310 by Skyline GTR Freak. A link for it will be in the description below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.